sturdy knife. Okay, well, I have a pocket knife. And what was my philosophy? I have one. Two is one is none, right?
3 forms of fire.
But on my Leatherman, I have a knife on that side, and I have a knife on that side. Well, technically, I got 3. So, when I'm outdoors, and I said I'm hiking, camping, and all, I have this too. So now, how many knives do I have?
4.
4. This is a good, sturdy knife. And what makes a good sturdy knife? One is what they call a full tang, okay? Which means the metal goes all the way through the handle. So it's here and all the way through. That's what they call a full tang knife. Some, it stops about right there.
And then it can break off.
And the handle can break off, okay? Another thing that makes this a good sturdy knife is the thickness of the blade. It's 1/8 inch thick blade. The unique thing about this knife and some of the other knives is that it's carbon steel. Stainless steel, the real shiny ones are stainless steel. This one's carbon steel. And the reason why I like carbon steel is because now I'm throwing sparks off of it. I can use it to make a fire. If I need to, I can use it to make a fire. So that's the advantage of carbon steel. So a good sturdy knife. This is inexpensive. This is a very inexpensive option. It is an old hickory knife. They're about 13 bucks. This is a butcher style. Full tang, right? Because it goes all the way through the handle. Carbon steel.
There you go.
Those sparks. Real inexpensive. Here's a smaller one. What's that blade? Full tank. This goes all the way through the handle. Carbon steel. This is not real shiny, it's carbon steel. Now, the levels of carbon are different in each one, but this one will still throw sparks. It's not a thicker blade, so you got to be a little more careful with it. But another reason to have a knife with a good sized blade is you can baton wood. And if you watch the survival shows, you'll see where they take a tree branch and they stick it under and they beat the knife. And they make a piece of wood this big down in the little pieces. So you want at least a 4-inch blade on the knife. If you're going straight survival. But you know what the best survival knife is in the world? It's the one you got when you need it. Period. Because no knife sucks. Having a knife gives you an extra edge. Add items as you wish to match what you're doing. You see this one here? It's a plastic bag. It's a waterproof bag. Okay, so you can roll it down and stay waterproof. So, what kind of activities do you think we take a kit like this in? Swimming? Well, that's kind of big to have carrying swimming. But maybe you're not swimming because you wanted to. You're swimming because you have to. Kayaking. What are you doing tomorrow? Paddleboarding.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Mm-hmm. I have a plastic tarp in here. which is just a painter's tool. And it opens up 9 feet by 12. There's a candle in here. There's a compass in here. There's a lighter in here. There's jute twine. There's a survival blanket. There's matches. There's a lot of stuff. This little thing right here, actually I'm going to pull that out.
Did you make that yourself, George, or did you buy the kit all the way together?
I got all the contents and put them in here myself.
Nice. Because I've seen it like REI in places. You can sometimes buy little kits.
Those are the base kit. Mm-hmm. That gives you the base to start off. But in here, when I was talking about the little foil pans, this is called a mini loaf pan.
Oh, nice.
Now I just open it up and I have a container that I can boil water in. That will last a little bit. Now if I keep folding it and unfolding it, folding it and unfolding it, it's going to fall apart. So in a survival situation, once you open it, keep it open. Because where it's going to give is in the corners. And it's good to replace that after every so often in your kit. But there's a poncho in there. So there's a lot of things in that's on that list, and then expand.
I also like how you see how small it is, because you know you don't want to be carrying like 18 bags while you're going somewhere.
This is pretty extensive.
Yeah.
This is pretty small. This will fit on a belt.
Mm-hmm.
First thing when I open it up, what I have?
Compass.
Compass and a whistle.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a train.
Pretty loud. Plus, you can blow a whistle longer and louder than you can yell and scream. Right up front. Aluminum foil. One of the emergency survival blankets. Now these things tear easily, but they're small. They pack up small, so that they have use there. Then in here, in this Ziploc bag, the Ziploc bag's another what? Container.
Container, yeah.
After you boiled your water and it's cooled, you need a place to store it so you can make more water, right?
Right.
Well, you can put it in the Ziploc bag. Well, because the Ziploc bag is holding contents, I made sure I included another one. and you saw it, it's folded up pretty small. Little flashlight, LED. Poncho. That's a 55-gallon trash bag. Goes well with my poncho, right? So now I have 3 items that you can use for shelter. Right in there. A plastic mirror. And mirror can be used for medical purposes too. So you can look at yourself. Maybe you got poked in the face with that stick. Maybe you got something in your eye, so you can use it to get that out. These are water purification tablets. So if it's in a situation I need water and I can't necessarily get a fire going right away, you can put these in, shake the water up. It goes to one per quart, and you gotta wait like 15-20 minutes. But it helps kill the nasties in the water that'll make you sick.
We talked about that yesterday. Just because something is fresh water doesn't mean it's water that you can drink. It just means there's no salt in it.
Right.
Right.
It can be drinkable water, but it's not pure.
Right. And we talked about what happens if you drink water without purifying it.
Oh, beaver fever?
Well,
Giardia?
yeah, we talked about diarrhea. Basically is what we talked about.
Yep,
and worse.
If you're pretty dehydrated, you get diarrhea, it just got worse.
Yeah.
But in a life and death situation with Giardia, it's not instant.
No.
Drink the water. If you know somebody's coming to find you and they're going to find you in less than a week, and you can't get water down and all that, and you've got apple juice, pee, and it's been 2 days, drink the water. Because you know the third day you're toast, right?
Right.
So we talked about your body creates a microclimate, a little bubble, right? When the wind blows, it pulls that bubble away. That's how we actually cool down when it's hot. That's why if you step in front of a fan, it feels so much better. Because that little warm bubble that your body's created is being blown off. So you're constantly moving on. That's called convection. Okay? Another way your body loses heat is through conduction. That's sitting on something cold, laying on something cold. It sucks the heat out of your body. You ever, let's see, where's the hot seat? You ever sat in a chair that somebody else has sat in and it's been warm?
Yeah.
You know? Or
the warm side of the pillow when you flip your pillow over.
when you flip the pillow over, yeah. That's the heat coming out of your body. So by having a poncho, it cuts the convection out. Okay? Conduction, that's why we sleep on a mattress when we go camping, or a foam pad, is to keep the temperature of the ground from sucking the temperature out of our body. That's the insulation in there. So one of the things that we do, if it's really, 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 really cold, you put the poncho on, you spread the survival blanket out, you throw all the leaves on there and pine straw that you can. Watch out for sharp sticks and pine needles. But you lay all the pine needles and stuff down. It doesn't even matter if they're wet. Then you lay down on the poncho, in the poncho on that. You grab the survival blanket and you roll yourself up. You just created a nature sleeping bag, or a human burrito, whichever you want to do. But now you've just used the natural materials around you and insulated yourself, and you cut the wind out. And since you have a plastic barrier against your skin, any moisture that was there is not getting to you. So that's how you can use those things in conjunction. 1 to 2 large trash bags. 1 to 2 large trash bags. So, what can we use trash bags for? Somebody from back here. For storage of items, maybe to keep things dry. Okay, what else? What's another use on this table? Blurt it out. Okay, trash. Maybe you find some trash that can be useful in survival. Because we're thinking survival now. Yes? You can turn it into a poncho, yes. I had a lady laugh at me at work a couple of weeks ago because it started pouring down rain while I'm working. That's what I did. I grabbed one of the trash bags and I took the corner of it and I pulled a hole in this end, then I pulled it on and then I poked my arms out. And it came down to here. And she looked at me and she said, "That's a brilliant idea." I said, "Yep," I said, "It's an impromptu poncho." So you can use it for that. Water collection, right? You can use it to collect and store water. You can make a sleeping bag out of it. You can pull one top that you made into a poncho, right? And the bottom part up, and now you're covered from head to toe with it.
You could make a lean-to or some kind of...
If you have tape, you can take 2 ends together and cut open an end, and you can make a similar to this orange tent here. We're going to what we're talking about, but that's called a tube tent. So you can make a tube tent with it. You can also make a sleeping pad. You can take that trash bag, stuff leaves and pine straw on it, and lay it on the ground, and now you got something nice and comfy to lay on. So you can use that for many different things. And we already kind of talked about the candle. Not only does it provide light, it also provides what?
Warmth.
So how many people are afraid of the boogeyman?
Oh, just me, I guess.
How many people are afraid of Bigfoot? Bigfoot could be the boogeyman. How many people have been out in the dark alone and heard a noise and like, what was that? That's the boogeyman. When you can only see 5 feet in front of you, you only feel safe this distance. So if you've got a little bit of light, now maybe you can see 15 feet. Makes you feel a little bit more comfortable. Plus, a candle can help you get a fire going easier, and it extends the flame. So that's why we have a candle. Then, the whistle. That's pretty obvious, right? Because that's a what device? Signaling device, right? Now, do we just get the whistle? Minimum of 25 feet of cordage. So, this is bank line. It's basically what they use to make fishing nets out of. It's nylon. It's light. It breaks at like 30-pound test strength. I've got some of it used out here to hold the stroke or something like that. You can carry a lot of this for a little bit of weight and in a small package. This is just another type of nylon cordage. It's bright orange, so it's easy to see. That's about 24 feet. Maybe a little bit less. I don't remember. Actually, no, these aren't. These are in 12-foot lengths. These are in 12-foot lengths. But two of them is 25 feet. I have a shelter rigged up with that. This is the granddaddy of cordage. Paracord. If you've watched the show, the survival shows and all, you hear about paracord. Or 550 cord. They're developed for the military, and this is what the strings of the parachutes were made of. The very unique thing about paracord is it has a breaking strength of 550 pounds. It takes 550 pounds to break this cordage. But what makes it so useful besides that in a survival situation, as you can see, there's an outer casing on it, right? Inside, there's all these other little strings. Each one of these can hold 70 pounds, or will break at 70 pounds. And you can actually divide it down to a little bit smaller filament. But you can take one cord and make many cords for a situation. So that's one of the advantages of paracord.
Where can you buy paracord, George?
Right now I've seen it at Walmart.
Oh.
I've seen it. They sell it in little bundles.
Mm-hmm.
And about $5 for, I think it was 50 feet, something like that. You can go to Home Depot. And they have spools of it, and you buy it for like 10 cents a foot.
Oh, wow.
They have all kinds of cool colors. Everybody seen the survival bracelets, right? The paracord bracelets? A lot of people wear them for fashion. They don't really know the function of them.
I've seen those at the outdoor stores.
But for this one, and the size of my wrist, the way I make it, that's 12 feet. Of 500-pound cordage on my wrist. If I open it up and unbraid it, that's how you get the cordage out of it. So it's functional. Cordage is the hardest thing to make out of natural materials. Well, the most time-consuming thing to make out of natural materials. So it's easier just to cut it and take